Hey YouTube, this is 19 Bigfoot 85 here, coming to you pretty late at night. I'm guessing it's about 1:30 in the morning. It's 4th of July is now over, and I'm really bored. I'm not tired, so I'm gonna do another 2600 video game review for you right now. Donkey Kong for the Atari 2600, made by Coleco in 1982. Little history on the game. The game was originally released in 1981 by Nintendo, same company who made the NES, SNES, Famicom, and more recently the Nintendo Wii and the Nintendo DS Lite. The game focuses on this large ape named Donkey Kong has stolen Mario, who at the time was called Jumpman. He was a carpenter, not a plumber. His girlfriend Pauline, and taken her to the top of this building where there's all these girders and things. And unlike the arcade game, this little port only has 2 of the 4 original screens. Like most games, it doesn't have the conveyor belt board. It's quite confusing why they would cut that out so many times. Even in the NES version, they cut it out. But let's see. That's pretty much it. The cartridge comes in this nice white plastic with nice black label. It says Donkey Kong on the end and Coleco. Those of you who don't know, Coleco actually started in the 1800s as a leather company. They made leather shoes, other things. It says Coleco on it, made in the USA, so you know it's built to last. Just kidding. Well, it is. It's got these nice little grips on the sides, so you can get a good grip on it when you pull it in and out of the VCS. Anyway, I'm gonna be playing with my 6-button Sega Genesis D-pad. It's a lot easier to use, and I don't want to track down my joystick and plug it in. It's kind of clunky. Anyway, we're going to plug it in. Turn on the Atari. As it boots up, you see up top that big brown blob of pixels is Donkey Kong. That sort of, yeah, I know it. Just like in a lot of games, it changes colors every now and then. The only games it has in this is ramps and rivets, so you go up these ramps to get to Pauline, who's that girl up there. Wow, these things are starting to get weird. When I hit the action button on the controller, it'll start up. But down there, of course, is Mario. He's not very recognizable, but you know what Mario looks like. You can recognize it. Now, I apologize if the camera doesn't pick up on the sound too well, because it is pretty far away from the TV. Anyway, here we go. You go up these ladders on the ramps, and you gotta watch out for the barrels that Donkey Kong's throwing down in order to avoid them. You jump them, gives you that little sound, it gives you 100 points for every time. And you see up there that 4200 up there? That's your timer bonus. And this is the final level of this game. You have to knock out the rivets and get past the fireballs, which are moving back and forth every time you climb up a ladder. And I just got killed. Every time you climb up a ladder, Donkey Kong moves, so they've got a life left. And there in the middle, right there, that's the hammer, if you can't really tell what that is. But that is definitely the hammer. And when you beat this level, it'll automatically go back to the first level of the game. Got killed again. As you can see, because it was on 2600, they couldn't get the little cutscene of, not really a cutscene, of Donkey Kong falling on his head. and Mario and Pauline being reunited, it just ends and goes back to the first level. As you can see, shows your score up top. That was with all the jumping I did. And there's not really any tips or tricks with this game other than don't get killed. But anyway, I'm working on my last life here. Oh, gotta watch out for the fireballs, because sometimes they'll just up and change directions on you and kill you. And when you hear that, right as it starts, as you can see, nothing happening. The game's over now. That's pretty much it. Overall, man, even though it's not an excellent translation of the game, it's just turn the light off to give it a little better picture. It is a darn fun game. I'd pick it up if you don't already have it, which I would be surprised if there's someone out there with a 2600 that doesn't have this game. But I may have time for another game, but I may turn down the volume on the television just a little bit, because that was a little bit louder than I expected. Let me see, I'm thinking about my next review. I'm thinking my next review is going to be, shoot, let's think. I'm thinking about maybe Pitfall or other Activision title, Ice Hockey, something. I got a lot of them. Boxing, Spider Fighter, I got a bunch of them. Stampede. I'll tell you a funny thing that happened. My dad went up to Goodwill, and something that keeps on happening that really pisses me off, excuse my language there, but when I go up to a Goodwill or any other store that sells Atari games, and I always seem to find an Activision cartridge that has the label missing, and that aggravates me because it could be something I want, like Pitfall 2, could be something I already have, like River Raid. Speaking of River Raid, yesterday I went up to Goodwill, picked up about 6 Atari games for 2600. I may do one of those. I may do Burger Time. Anyway, I found a blank Activision cartridge. I had no idea what it was. I bought it, and dang it if it wasn't River Raid. I already have River Raid, but at least if one of them breaks down, I've got another one. Anyway, this review's over. This is 19 Bigfoot 85. I will see you next time with my next 2600 review. Little word of note, I was going to do an NES review, but I'm having a little trouble. My NES doesn't want to work with me anymore. I think I may have to get a new 72 pin connector. When I do that, I'll be sure. And also a little special announcement. I'm in the process of getting some money so I can get a Famicom. So I may have a Famicom before too long. Well, that's about it. This is 19 Bigfoot 85. I'll see you later.